Want cheers?
Cheers.
That was a little feminine.
Do you want me to smash your face or what? Cut. Just cut.
No, you gotta leave that in.
All right.
That's our intro.
Fuck. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Living Limitless Podcast.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Aaron, and we're back with a episode about us, about Sav and I.
Yes.
Kind of gonna recap 2024, how we met, how this year has gone, and maybe some things that we're looking into in the future.
Oh, it's juicy.
It is juicy. I don't know how much we want to talk about, but
Yeah, I'm sure. We'll see where it goes.
yeah, we'll see where it goes. Oh boy, what do you want to start off with?
I guess, how did your 2024 start?
2024 started with New Year's Eve dinner with you getting a seafood boil.
Yeah. That was cute. We were both alone on Christmas Eve
all by
and
ourselves.
New Year's Eve last year. Yeah.
But we spent it together.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had dates.
Yeah.
We had a little date nights.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. It was cute. Oh, how was my 2024? I would say we did all of 2024 together.
Why are you looking at me for confirmation?
I don't need your confirmation. I know it.
Thank you.
But
we did spend every single day together, except for a day and a half when you went fishing with that company.
Oh, yeah, with the contractor.
Yeah.
By Mount St. Helens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I went salmon fishing, charter fishing.
Yep.
We really have spent every day together, huh?
Yeah. I think the highlight of my 2024 was when Aaron showed up at my apartment doorstep with a suitcase and a couple laundry baskets full of clothes. And I said, "All right, we're here now. We're doing this."
Damn, Gina.
That was funny.
She didn't say no.
I didn't. I just smiled and said, "Come in."
I want to add some clarity, by the way. Yes, I showed up with clothes and things like that. I had my own place, but I was making the decision that I wanted to spend my time with you rather than being at my place.
Okay, I'll give you that. You were at my place like every single day, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I wanted to spend my time with you.
I know. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
It is funny.
You loved me so much you couldn't leave me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I had my fully furnished place.
Yeah. I had my fully furnished place too, and I was used to living by myself for a while.
In 2024, I had 3 homes for half the year and 2 for the other half, and then 1 together.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. And now we're consolidated down to 1.
Yeah. Do you like it here?
I like it here because you, Abigail, and Ronan are here.
Mm. That's sweet. I loves.
A home is just a place that you stay. But what makes it home is you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I don't really care where we are as long as you guys are there.
You're sweet. I loves. Ronan said he loves.
Love you too, buddy. But 2024 has been a year of us putting action behind everything that we said that we were going to do. We've taken small steps. We started taking small steps in 2023. Everything that we've talked about and spoke about that we want for ourselves, a little family, career-wise, businesses, being together, living together, starting our family, and Ronan coming out of that.
Yeah.
We've put steps or action towards that all year. And everything that we said that we were going to do, we've done. That started with the little travel that we were able to do.
Yeah.
Where did we all go? Where have we all gone? We went to Boise twice, technically.
We went to over by Mount Rainier.
Yep, Mount Rainier. Got ourselves a cabin for the weekend with a hot tub and did some of the mulled or spiced wine, and that was fun.
We went to Tacoma.
Yep, we went to Tacoma. Went to the Oregon coast.
Yes.
Stayed at Rockaway Beach.
Yep. Where else did we go?
I feel like we went more places. We went to Wisconsin.
Oh, we did go to Wisconsin twice.
Went to Wisconsin twice.
And then we went to a lot of places in Wisconsin.
Oh God, yeah. We were there for a week each time. And we were to every part of the state. We barely stayed in our hotel. We were driving hours each day.
I don't think we went anywhere else. We did go to Linwood, but that was a fail.
Yeah, that was.
We just enjoyed a hotel.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Linwood? What's the biggest city near there again?
What?
Linwood?
Linwood.
What's the biggest city near there?
Seattle?
It was. Because I think about it, we went to Portland, north of Portland. What?
Vancouver.
Yeah, we stayed in Vancouver as well.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
And where did... Oh, no, that was that time. Vancouver?
Yeah.
When Billy saw us.
Oh, yeah, that's Vancouver.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. So we got a little traveling in, but not to
I
the
want to
extent that
go
we want
to Mexico and Greece and Italy and...
Germany and Ireland.
Yeah.
Those are all on our list. Also, Singapore.
Yes.
And Japan.
Yes.
Those are all. We are going to go out to all those places.
Alrighty. We gotta start like a bucket list or write like letters or something to ourselves. I think that would be cute.
I think that's a good idea.
Do something to where you're like doing it for your future self and then you can look back on. I don't know what that would fit for us. Well, I've seen people do a lot of different things.
I think it would go perfectly with, again, what we've done in 24. We got a little bit of traveling in. We're going to do a lot more traveling in 2025. We'll talk about that in later podcast episodes. We have exciting things on the horizon, but again, moving into our relationship and being with one another and speaking what we want for one another, with one another, and in the future, and talking about the businesses again. What we did in December was we completed our vision boards. And that would be setting into motion our goals for 2025, I would say.
Yes, we did it on New Year's Eve. Finished them.
We started our personal ones before that, but we finished our board.
Oh yeah, you started and finished it that night. Yeah, that's for a good omen. Doing a vision board on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I think it would be cool at the end of this year to post or to compare the pictures that we have added, and then like we could try to take the same picture and then
I think
like that's your job. You're the photographer.
A picture is absolutely
whatever.
what I was gonna say is I think we should take a picture at the end of the year and cross off or put a check
Yeah.
mark on all the ones that we feel that we've accomplished or pursued
Mm-hmm.
really well.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, writing a letter to ourselves. If we did the vision boards, I think writing a letter to go along with the vision boards would be really cool. And
Mm-hmm.
don't open it until December.
Mm-hmm. I think we should also do one of those for us, like in however many years, for like an anniversary.
You want to do like a 2-year and a 5-year or what?
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that.
Someone remind Erin about their anniversary. I'm nervous.
You hear this?
Anyways, go ahead with the rest of your 2024. What was something that you feel that you like accomplished the most?
In 2024?
Mm-hmm.
I would say being comfortable with pursuing what I wanted to pursue and being open with myself, and now being in a relationship that I'm truly happy with. I've been able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy to share our relationship with others. But I would say finally at 31 years old, I've found myself. Again, I
Mm-hmm.
think it definitely took meeting you to do that, but I'm
You're
very
sweet.
proud of the fact that I know what's right for me and I know what's wrong for me. And
Mm-hmm.
I know not necessarily what my comfort is, but what area I have to stay in or operate in to be efficient and happy and be the best version of myself, not only for me, but for you and our little ones.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
What about you? What is one thing that you're proud of for 2024?
2024. Pushing that baby out of me. Are you kidding me? With no meds.
Yeah, that is true. No epidural, no nothing. You've
And what is it called? A lip on your cervix.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where they pulled your no, I don't know how much detail you
No,
want
they yanked my ass open like a cow.
to.
I was a little moo moo cow.
Yeah.
No. I feel like my 2024 was definitely like, I guess, like how everybody's like, I'm in my soft girl era. I think 2024 was very like chill for me for the first time in a couple years, and I feel like it was the universe's way of telling me to like calm down.
Calm the fuck down, Sav.
He's getting emotional.
That's a good thing.
Uh-huh. I don't cry.
It's okay to cry.
Thanks, Oprah.
You're welcome.
No, Ronan, the emotional attachment I have for both you, like, yes, you, but like for Ronan is definitely very intense, I would say. But yeah, I'm definitely proud of myself for like pushing him out of me
Of course.
and being able to carry him all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then
38 weeks?
yeah,
Yeah.
38 weeks. Uh, yeah, I feel like 2024, like I know that we traveled and we did like quite a few things, and then even like how we've gone to Yakima a few times and just little places around here and there.
Yeah.
And Walla Walla, I feel like it was very like family oriented, and it was very like needed, and it was kind of like how you just said yesterday, how or I don't know if it was yesterday, but talking about cocoons and moving on to like the next transition.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like 2024 was like a transition year to where like yes, I loved it, yes, I enjoyed it, like it was like probably the best years that I've had, like the most peaceful, I would say.
Yeah.
But also it was like very transitional because the while this sounds I sound a little pessimistic, I feel like, in this. Because yes, we finally moved into a place together, and yes, we had like a whole ass son together, but I feel like we didn't like do a lot. But then on the other hand, like we both started our businesses, and we've both uh ixnayed.
Mm-hmm.
We've both gotten out of situations, and so like I guess that's just me being like hard on myself.
I would say it's having high expectations of yourself.
Yeah, because we did like fuck ton, but
We did.
like I feel like it was also a low key year.
That's because we're not where we know we're meant to go or where we know we want to go.
Yeah,
That's why,
yeah.
for
Like it
sure.
feels like weird.
Because we have our eyes set on our goals. We
Yeah.
know what our goals are, and we haven't reached our goals, so that's probably why it feels like that.
The only reason why I'm mad right now is because I cried too much and
Sappy Sav.
hold on. If the tear comes out, we're cutting it.
We're not cutting nothing. It's
I
good
cry
that
way too much.
no, it's good that you're letting it out.
I don't think really said that out loud. That's why.
You haven't.
I feel like fucking mess right now. I do need a tissue though, so
Podcasts are therapy sessions.
this is true.
Just so you know,
Still go to therapy though, please.
I've had to go get a tissue.
Let's try not to make me cry anymore, guys.
So we. Do you want to finish on what you were speaking on?
I feel like I said what I had to say. Yeah, I feel like I guess I feel like I didn't do a lot because I was also like handicapped,
Yeah, you're
pregnant.
pregnant from
I
February
felt
to October. There's something I want to ask you about.
what?
Oh, and you can talk on it if you want to. But we spoke on wanting to have children together, and then obviously that happened, and
Yeah.
you were pregnant with Ronan.
Uh-huh.
I guess your perception of having children and us having children together, what were your expectations for me, both during pregnancy and after? And did I meet the expectations? And you can be fully honest. Why are you crying? Oh. Oh no. The waterworks.
I can't say anything. Hold on. Okay, I got my tissue. Because I didn't know I was going to cry.
I didn't know you're gonna cry either.
I think I just have a lot of pent up emotions. Not bad ones.
No,
No.
I won't speak on it here, but the last couple of days, I think it's rolling over into this. So
Yeah, I suppose. Uh, my expectations. Let's just be honest and say I didn't have any because the last one wasn't so great. So you definitely exceeded my, I guess, expectations that I ended up having, like in the beginning and the middle to like carry on throughout, I guess. You're definitely just as a like a boyfriend or a partner in general, you're like the only one who's ever exceeded my expectations. I feel like I like manifested your ass, to be completely honest.
you did.
I did. I'm pretty sure. You check all the boxes. But no, I'm definitely very grateful because it was a lot I think it was a lot easier for me mentally and physically, and emotionally, but also I guess just with Ronan and not being stressed and like having scares halfway through. Like, yeah, we had to go get checked that one time, but
Yeah.
I wasn't like because I was stressed or because of you or because of anything like that. And it's definitely interesting to go through like pregnancy and not have support. And then this time was a little different. The people that I surrounded myself were a little different than last time, I
Yeah.
suppose. And then at postpartum after has definitely been different. Postpartum just in general sucks for the most part, I feel like.
You want to speak on that a little bit and how it's been? Your journey since having Ronan?
Yeah,
It's been, because he's
it's been like 2.5,
almost 3 months now.
yeah, almost 3 months. I finally feel like I guess, like getting over, like the hump, I guess.
Yeah.
Know that you don't physically recover until like about 6 months, and then I think it's like another milestone at a year, 2 years, and then 5 years.
Sheesh.
I think 2 years is for the emotional, for your hormones to like rebalance and all of that good stuff. So obviously I know nothing's perfect yet, but I definitely feel like a breath of fresh air, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
He's sleeping longer. He is a little bit easier to like navigate. And then like those things obviously help with like my mental. But I definitely think that this time postpartum was a lot easier because you are also very helpful. And so that played a big factor too. Uh but I definitely like everything that comes along with postpartum and like the body dysmorphia and the like breakouts and the hormones just going like up and down and like crying for no reason,
Yeah.
like for literally no reason,
Mm-hmm.
or like being upset or just like all the waves and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously it's different for everybody, but I feel like there's like a baseline of like what everybody kind of experiences. But overall, it's definitely been better with my first postpartum experience. I also went back to work, like in work, 1 month after.
Yeah.
And I took Abigail with me. So that was, excuse me, that was different. Since I've been able to stay home still. And I think it's better for me mentally and then bonding with Ronan, because that is one thing that uh I know a lot of parents don't like to speak on, or they don't want to be seen as like bad parent or whatnot.
Yeah.
But how I talked to you about like my connection with Abigail, it definitely wasn't like when I was pregnant with her, it definitely wasn't like one of those like, oh, I'm so in love. Like it was like almost weird for me or awkward for me. And then giving birth after and taking care of her, like I I re- I say I remember because I forgot a lot of like the first few months with her.
Yeah.
I think just like all the hormones, because I feel like a lot of moms say that they are just like surviving, so they forget the first few months. But I feel like I was just like surviving and I didn't have help, and uh or we were just doing not what I particularly wanted to do. And then going back to work and having her with me and getting like promoted, going back to work, like going back to work and having more responsibility and like learning new things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess just overall it's been very different, but with that I've also feel the connection is a little stronger right off the bat with Ronan. With Abigail, it took me a couple years after to feel that, and
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely different. It's more enjoyable.
I like your answer.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there any advice you would give to moms that are pregnant now? and that might experience postpartum or may have to go through postpartum, especially for first-time moms.
Yes, honestly, it just depends on what situation you're in too. That's also going to play a factor on the emotions and like whatever you're doing physically. But I think with this time around, I try not to beat myself up as much. So with that, number one thing everybody's worried about is their body and going back to normal or whatever. I would do a lot of research on gut health and digestion and soft foods and stuff like that. I guess nourish yourself from the inside, but then also like don't be mean to yourself with your words. And like don't analyze yourself in the mirror and whatnot. And also if you're thinking about like having pictures or video, or even just if you like to get dressed up or do your makeup or whatnot, do your makeup for birth if you can, if you're able to do your makeup and your hair, because that will also make you feel better on the pictures that you get when you hold your baby for the first time, because when you look back at them and you like, obviously, I don't know, me looking back at myself when I had Abigail, oh my god, like no, there's no fucking way. Me looking back at the pictures when I had Ronan, chef's fucking kiss. And Ronan's was 10 times fucking harder.
The birth?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't have an epidural. You did everything naturally.
Yeah, and I fucking rode in the ambulance for the first time too, because I didn't get my water
Escorting.
birth.
Yep.
But
That was a whole ordeal.
yeah,
Do we want
but
shit? I don't know if you want to talk about that on this one or a different one.
yeah, we can probably talk about that one on a different one. But
Okay, well, full circle. So you feel better about postpartum this go around with Ronan. The advice that you have for others is to not be so harsh on yourself, both mentally and physically. Don't analyze yourself.
if you're able to, obviously there's a lot of different factors I feel like at play, or like if you have eating disorders or stuff like that, but try to nourish yourself from the inside out, because if you are very worried about losing weight or anything to that effect, then if you take care of yourself the best that you can, you're gonna see whatever results you want a lot sooner. And then also if you need help, ask for help. I was very like strong minded, I guess, with Abigail, and
She's stubborn.
yeah. I also am a big believer on like if he wanted to, he would. So I'm like not gonna ask you. I'm just gonna let you figure it out, and if you fuck up, you fuck up. So
Oh, I know.
yeah, don't forget it. But that was kind of my like mentality, the first one, and like, yeah, it's fine. It lets you, I guess, see what you're working with, what your situation is, but also ask for help, even if it's your mom, your grandma, your auntie, your friend, if you have friends. But yeah, this postpartum, it's obviously so hard, but it's a lot
I see it.
better. Thanks.
You're welcome. I try to let you operate in your space and not encroach on you too much, but I do ask when I notice things are off.
Yeah.
But I don't try to push you too hard.
Yeah. I'm also very just open with you in general too,
Yeah.
so.
I have to pick sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's okay.
I loves.
It loves.
Yeah. But I guess, how has your post baby happening? I don't know what you call it for men. How is your
Post-datum?
paternity? Yeah, your post-datum, your paternity.
I would say it's been good because you're a strong partner. I would say we're pretty 50-50. I'd say a lot of things when it comes to taking care of Ronan. there's not really any point where we get upset with one another for not pulling your weight.
No. All I could think about is that one time I snipped at you.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
You don't want to talk about that one?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
She was grouchy.
I was so tired.
Grouchy.
I had been up for like 3 hours straight trying to put his ass back to sleep. Patting him.
I had to get up for work, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember getting up and, yeah, you were not having it.
Because I had just put him down and then he started crying. So I had fed him and then just put him down and he started crying and your ass goes, is he hungry? And I'm like,
I woke up from a dead-ass sleep.
If you're
Dead-ass
a
sleep.
woman and you have given birth, you know the most irritating question or comment is, babe, I think they're hungry. Or is he hungry? I just sent me through the roof.
I woke up from
Especially if you're
sleep.
breastfeeding.
I woke up from a dead-ass sleep. I heard him grunting, and I asked the question, woe is me. I will never ask again at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you that. So my head was going to get fucking ripped off.
I think that's the first time I've ever,
Sniffed at me?
Ever sniffed at you.
It is.
Ugh. I felt so bad, immediately after. Like, I'm crying.
Mm-hmm. I just went silent with you. I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I just went silent too, and I was like, fuck, I'm glad I didn't say anything. I'm just gonna move on.
It was great. It was great. But with that, no. It's been good. The only thing is I fell off my workout routine, which I'm upset with myself about. I was doing really good while you were pregnant, even 3-4 weeks after Ronan was here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lack of sleep with him really, really caught up.
Yeah.
Because the only time I was really able to work out was 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then waking up multiple times at night to try to help because I don't want to make you do everything.
Yeah.
Really made me fall off the wagon. And we're just getting back into working out again. I know we'll get back into it. But from that perspective, and with all things considered, if that's the only thing that I feel bad or negatively towards, I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But no, it's been good. Obviously love him to death. I'm also very, very attached to him.
Mm.
I miss you guys when I'm gone to work now, and yeah, I don't know. It's been a good experience, and it's fun seeing him hit his little milestones, and I don't know, it's exciting. It's also exciting knowing what we're building and building for him and building for them, and all of those things. Even after him being here, like your routines change definitely, but
Yeah.
we make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never been overwhelming for us. I would say that our banter and emotions and the way we go about everything has remained the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, our life changed with him coming, but in a lot of ways, you see a lot of relationships that are negatively impacted once they have a child.
Mm.
It can add a lot of stress in a lot of ways, and I would say that it didn't really add much stress to us. Because
That is because of you though. That's because the man in the partnership needs to do his part for the postpartum, otherwise it's going to be bad. And so if you don't have a good dynamic with your partner already, or like in my situation, or if you like how we already had a good dynamic, we're already very forgiving with each other, we know how to have hard conversations and stuff like that, so obviously it makes it easier to have the postpartum experience. But I feel like a big there's so many emotions happening and so many hormones going every which way for a woman postpartum, and like overthinking and overanalyzing every little thing that's said or done or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's also why I had a better postpartum this time around, was because you like showed all those characteristics. But that's also why we were able to continue, or I was able to continue with like the little banter that we had or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, the day that we got home, the day after, the morning I went and cleaned the whole fucking kitchen.
She was not supposed to be on her feet, and I fell asleep with Ronan on my chest. I wake up, her ass is cleaning the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
How'd you feel that night?
It was a little bit much.
A little bit?
It was a lot much.
Yeah.
I think I was only standing for like 30 minutes. At 15 minutes, I started feeling a little numb. I should have known. I was on a mission.
I know your ass was on a mission. Couldn't sit still. You're antsy.
Yeah.
It's because we were also at
'Cause
the
I can-
hospital and you were sitting in a bed for 3 days.
Yeah. And I can control cleaning.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I'm glad that it was also better for you this time around.
Yeah, it definitely was, and that plays into who my previous partner was with my son and our relationship and who we are, and again, why we're together.
Mm-hmm.
Very comfortable with one another. Like you said, we can have those uncomfortable conversations, but our relationship as a whole, I mean, we know what makes us tick, and we're very similar people.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it a lot easier. And then if one of us needs help, we're not afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
But at the same time, neither of us slacks, I guess you would say,
Mm-hmm.
with anything. Like if we see something with him, we kind of just do it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't wait for the other person to do it or see if they want to do it. We just kind of do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes things really easy.
Yeah.
And that even goes outside of him with like household chores and things like that. I mean, on the weekends, we kind of have our established
Yeah.
chores and roles, and
Except for that toilet paper roll.
here we fucking go.
No, I'm just kidding. You're very good. You at helping. Especially, I think the biggest thing too is that even if you don't like you haven't done anything all week or whatnot, and I feel, because sometimes I feel guilty asking you. Not that I'm like think that it'll start like fight or that I'll get told no or anything. Like I think it's just something like from childhood trauma. Because I always feel guilty asking you for literally anything. But even with Ronan. But if I ask you for something or to do something, like you get up and you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very appreciated.
Mm-hmm. I know I am forgetful at times, so if I'm like preoccupied
Yeah.
and like I can't do it in that exact moment. Like I need reminders, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
That one I'll blame the ADHD on for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
get
think
so
that it
distracted.
also helps that I have it too. So then when I see something that's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, I would have done that too, or like something.
That's true.
And so I think it's easier to be more forgiving.
Yeah.
That
Why is you getting emotional?
I don't know.
Yeah. Would you say that we're like a traditional relationship?
I think we're a more modern
You think so?
relationship. Yeah.
I guess I still feel as though I'm like the provider. I feel like I need to assume the role of provider
Yeah.
and things
So
like that.
I guess I wasn't thinking of that part. I said modern because when I think of traditional, like couples, I think of not good things.
Wow.
So I said modern because of the way that we communicate.
Yeah.
In that way. But yes, in the way that you are the provider, especially now that you are the provider. I definitely feel, well, first of all, I like you. So it makes me
Well, that's
want
good.
to like take care of you that's a big thing. If you don't like your partner, you ain't gonna fucking take care of them, or you're gonna do the bare ass fucking minimum. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. No.
But obviously, in our last podcast, you said I was slacking on cooking, which I know that I am. But
You said you were slacking on cooking.
yeah, you agreed with me, so you said it
Yeah.
too. But no, so I obviously do feel like I am slacking on cooking. But when I was cooking a lot, like it was enjoyable, and I wanted to cook like for you.
Yeah.
Like it was like a good feeling, and like cleaning is like cleaning our home and then taking care of Ronan.
Yeah,
Like,
and I very much appreciate those things.
yeah,
I've never had those things either.
yeah,
So both as a child and now,
yeah.
or up until now.
Uh-huh.
So very appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
We touched on a lot of 2024. Definitely touched a lot on Ronan,
Mm-hmm.
having Ronan,
Mm-hmm.
the postpartum, because that was a big piece of our 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Putting everything into place that we wanted to put into place. And that's not only for ourselves, with one another, with the business, and then setting things up for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to wrap things up a little bit, is there any goals that you would like to touch on for 2025?
I have a lot of different goals on a lot of different tiers and a lot of different categories.
Is there one or two that stand out? It can be personal too. I mean, it doesn't have to be with our family and Ronan, because we'll get into a lot of those things in
Yeah.
future podcasts, but even if they're for yourself.
Mm-hmm. I think my biggest goal for 2025 is to like really progress in my photography and actually create a business and income and just like deep dive into that a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And then along like wrapped into that would be like the content creation and putting that out there and whatnot. I feel like that's like my number one business goal that's kind of like broad. And then I think personally I would like to get back to, I don't even know what to call it. It's not normal, or it's not like my old self, or like I hate those sayings.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to a place where I am like comfortable with what I'm doing on a daily basis. I feel like I was telling you about like having more structured days and whatnot.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know that we'll get better with time with Ronan, but just making sure that I utilize my time correctly, get back into healthy habits, and so that way, like overall, my mental health is really good in 2025. So I think those are my two biggest goals.
I think they're good goals to have.
What are your goals?
Setting us up to be even more financially independent than what we already are. I would say that I definitely can't complain to where I'm at or where we're at financially.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely thankful.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some lofty goals, and there's some opportunities that we'll be taking advantage of, or I'll be taking advantage of, that will definitely set us up for not only this year, but years beyond,
Mm-hmm.
to accomplish a lot of the goals that we're chasing.
Yeah.
And then officially launching Alopecia Arsenal
Mm-hmm.
is a major goal of this year. That being launched and actually being established and being able to grow that outside of a 9 to 5
Yeah.
is a big goal and aspiration,
Yep.
and something that's
Mm-hmm.
been worked towards for a very long time now.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be very interesting to see when you're able to launch it, and then from there to the end of the year, how it will progress.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm very excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
On a personal level, like you said, not necessarily getting back to a certain self, but physically and diet wise and things like that. I mentioned that I fell off my routine a little bit, but 2025, I want to get into the best shape of my life.
Mm-hmm.
and uh, be happy with where I'm at for 32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in as you get older, like, I don't know. I feel like that's always used as an excuse. I mean, even this year at 31 years old, I felt like I was in pretty damn good shape.
Yeah. You're not old, baby.
No,
30s is not old. I
not at all.
actually saw today that someone said that you haven't lived or you're not an adult until you're in your 30s.
And I believe in that. I believe that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at myself as old. I just see a lot of people. I hate to like rip on people that I grew up with, or even people that I've met along the way that I know are my age, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use it as an excuse. They use having children as an excuse, and I believe if you truly want something and truly believe in being healthy or being fit or wanting certain things for yourself for longevity and establishing healthy habits and being a role model for those around you, that you'll make time for it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. And even when I'm in my 40s, 50s, and 60s, I still want to have fitness and diet habits
Mm-hmm.
that are healthy. And again, it's all about longevity. I don't want to get in the best shape of my life to say that I'm in the best shape of my life. And I want to do it for longevity's sake. Get to a certain point to where if in the future I fell off for a month or two or whatever, kind of like I did with Ronan being born,
Mm-hmm.
that it isn't hard to get back to where I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, it just plays into overall
Yeah.
health
Yeah.
in general. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
So those are things that I have my eyes on for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And building our podcast and content creation rolls into that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's only going up from here
Mm-hmm.
for both of us.
I can see it happening.
Mm-hmm. I know it's gonna happen.
That's on manifestation
Mm-hmm.
and hard work.
Mm-hmm. We're
Which
putting the
is
steps in place and we
manifestation.
believe in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's why I'm excited to see where everything goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Like I said earlier, I feel like 2024 was definitely a transition year. So
Mm-hmm.
2025 will definitely be interesting. There will be a lot of new things.
There will be a lot of new things.
Mm-hmm. We gotta book out some date nights so we don't go crazy.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Well, with that, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think that I am just grateful to be here and doing the podcast with you and having our little vent session.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm glad that 2024 is over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad for new beginnings.
End of a chapter.
Mm-hmm. End of an era.
That's right.
When you said that we spent the whole 2024 together, I had to like double take. Like, what the hell?
It was literally a day and a half, like you said, that we weren't together.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I guess in closing.
In closing.
In closing, God, I sound like a fucking priest, don't I?
You sound old.
Thanks.
In conclusion,
That's
what
even
we have
worse.
figured out from this podcast is that Aaron is a great partner. Good night.
And Sav is a great partner. Good night.
I don't like when you call me Sav.
What do you want me to call you, baby?
That or my full name. Sav is like homie. You're not my homie.
You guys saw Sappy Sav, but I guess it was Sappy Savannah.
Ew. Nobody calls me by my full name. Yes, call me baby.
Okay. Well, if you've watched this far, we do appreciate it. We kind of went out on a whim a couple months ago saying that we were going to start a podcast, and we finally started the podcast, and it's continued to slowly grow, and it has been a nice vent session.
Yeah.
And out of that, you're further along at creating content than I am, but we began to create content, and it's not something I ever would have done before if it wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are watching this and it is something that you have thought about, just do it.
Yeah, it's awkward,
It's
but
so awkward.
you'll get used to it.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit of a release, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Not only talking on the podcast, I feel like it is a little event session or therapy session, but doing them individually and using your creative side to create something, it's interesting to see what you can do when you start learning a new hobby or a new trait, if you will.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, just do it. Period. Just do it. Whether it's by yourself or with a partner or with a group of people or it's a friend, just do it.
Agreed.
hmm And the only other part that I want to add is we're going to have podcasts that are more down to earth, more emotional, more relationship based, and we'll have other ones that are more humorous, I guess, just like we had with the shoe game,
Mm-hmm.
which was our last episode, episode 8. If you want to check that one out, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm pretty funny, guys. Haha. Not to toot my own horn.
she's funny.
You gotta put a train noise in there or something.
Yeah.
Aaron has definitely been really good with the editing skills. Obviously, it's not like
I just learned it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
it's just like all funny stuff though. It's like memes and like stuff
Mhm.
like that, like bloops.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I'm just like, I don't know, practicing. Everything that's being
Right.
put out right now is like practice, just
Yeah.
like figuring out different
Yeah.
things to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually it'll roll into like a niche content and
Mhm.
whatever. But thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
It's been interesting. But all right, well, thank you. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're on YouTube.
Mhm.
We're on Spotify,
Apple
Apple
Podcast.
Podcast, and all the other podcasting platforms that are off Buzzsprout.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Happy 2025.